I'm going to stay here to talk about what I feel is the best blaster that the Nerf brand themselves, it's not the best blaster overall, that would go to a different company, but the best blaster introduced by Nerf themselves here in 2020. Here we are in December, year's coming to a close, and hopefully new things are coming on the horizon all around. But I want to take a look back and introduce my number one pick for what I think Nerf actually got right in every which way, shape, and form. The blaster I'm going to show you, it performs well, already has lots of customizations, it performs good stock form, has the ability to take modifications, it personifies everything that Nerf always has been for us in the past. The ability to enjoy it as it is, straight out of the package, without costing a fortune, but also the ability to customize and tinker with it, you know, the way we want to. And only one blaster, for me, that they introduced in 2020 fills that role. They only had one glowing success. Now, everybody's free to have their own opinion, but for me, there was only one blaster that I found, as Whiskers, my buddy here in the shop, makes his presence known with his bell. There's only one blaster that fulfills all those roles, checks all the boxes, does everything right. And there was one that Nerf did. Now, the whole 2.0 line to me was a failure. The additions in the Ultra line and that whole line to me was a failure. I was really hyped for the new Mega line, the Mega Motor Strike. I was hyped for it, but it's a bit of a letdown itself, unfortunately. And most of everything else they've done has been subpar. I mean, they have some branded items out there, but you know, like say the whole Fortnite thing, most of those are a little bit subpar as far as the 2020 releases. However, this blaster, the Rival Takedown, it does everything that you would want, and it does it at a $20 price point. That's actually a really nice mark. Now, I have already a France Foamworks custom grip on the front, which I highly recommend. This thing is fantastic. But this blaster, to me, was one of the few home runs. It may be the only home run. Now, some people like the Saturn in the Nerf Rival Edge series, but again, that was just an adaptation of this into a slightly different format with the stock on it. Now, you can get kits like the Zerotech one that offer a different grip or a grip and stock combination, but the Takedown absolutely is the number one blaster for 2020 from Nerf themselves. And it is no surprising it comes from the Rival lineup. The Rival lineup is where Nerf had most of their recent success. And it's probably where I would still put them as the leader in the ball firing blasters. Because while X-Shots, I like theirs and I fully recommend their Meteor and others, and Dart Zone has great ones. And actually, my absolute favorite Rival is a Dart Zone produced Adventure Force blaster, and that's the Titanium. That's actually my absolute favorite. $15 works fantastically, and it comes with a hopper or a magazine fed. But this is a completely viable choice. If you don't want the hopper or a magazine shoved in the top like that, and you just want an internal magazine, I put this exactly on the same level as the Adventure Force Titanium, or it's also called the Dart Zone Powerball. This is one that I give a full recommendation to. And I don't do that with a lot of Nerf blasters anymore because a lot of them don't meet my recommendation. And now a runner-up is actually the Rival Finisher, which is, in some ways, you could liken it to a magazine-fed Chronos. That's a little bit slimmer profile-wise, but a little bit larger overall. The big letdown was the magazine it comes with is terrible. This thing with the side loading port, get rid of it. I keep it with it just for comparison purposes on this one because this one hasn't been modded or anything. This is my kind of stock comparison. But this would be my number 2 choice. So if you're going to pick, you know, best blaster from Nerf from 2020 is the Takedown. And a valid runner-up for me is the Finisher. Again, they're both Rival. This is where Nerf still gets some things right. I think they pretty much have failed in every which other way as a company in 2020 other than providing blasters more intended for the mass consumer who is going to just use them and either discard them or take them to the thrift store, sell them in a yard sale. Basically, use it for a little while, get rid of it. You know, if it breaks, it breaks. You know, people just start to think, well, disposable lifestyle. Well, both of these have some mod potential, particularly the Takedown. And that's why I think Nerf still has a little bit of life left in them, at least in the rival line. This thing is comfortable to use, fantastic. With the one main thing that I did myself was a custom grip to give you a little more to bite on. But even then, in stock form, it wasn't bad. And the finisher, again, it deserves a runner-up mention, we'll say. It's a comfortable, easy to use pistol, top prime, and with being magazine fed, you can use all the different magazines from Nerf. Just don't use the one it comes with, because this one is the only thing, really the only thing of the whole blaster that has any issues is the included magazine. So, just a quicker video where I wanted to make mention of, at this point of the year, what I would pick as my #1 product from Nerf for 2020, and with a honorable mention in the rival finisher. These two blasters aren't expensive, they have mod potential, they're good enough to use as they are if you just want to go pick it up and go have fun. And they're just two of the only examples from Nerf that I can think of for this year, in all my testing that I've done, that actually meet that. Fun, reasonably affordable, and for those of us who tinker, have mod potential. That seems to be something that Nerf's lacking. Hopefully they can turn things around in the coming times, but that remains to be seen. And I will have another video in the opposite format of all the worst things from Nerf. But that's another topic for another video. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.